Text, Office of Housing Counseling Promoting Community, Driving Change 2024 Community Conference. HCFAC Bingo with the 2024 Federal Advisory Committee, Tuesday, September 17, 5 o'clock to 5:30 p.m. EDT. In a collage of photos, various people smile and talk. The speaker, Lindsay Burns, ICF, appears in a picture-in-picture in the upper right corner.
Welcome back, everyone, for our final session of today, day one of our Office of Housing Counseling Community Conference. And we are excited to have you here for our session on Bingo with the Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee.
In split screen, the speaker appears on the left and an ASL English interpreter, Interpreter Rooney, appears on the right. The split screen disappears and the first slide appears, headed, Speakers in Order of Appearance. The list is spoken.
Great. Before we get started, we want to thank you all for a very exciting day so far. And we hope this last session is just a way to cap off and enjoy time spent together with your housing counseling colleagues. Today, for our session in order of appearance, we will hear from Virginia Holman, Housing Program Technical Specialist with the Office of Housing Counseling, Yvette Richardson, Housing Program Specialist with the Office of Housing Counseling, David Berenbaum, Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Office of Housing Counseling, debuting here in his role as bingo caller for our Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee session, and several of our advisory committee members. So without further ado, I will hand it over to Virginia Holman to introduce our contestants.
Text, Introducing our contestants. Virginia Holman, Housing Program Technical Specialist, OHC.
And the next
I want to introduce I was waiting for the slide with the pictures.
The slide format changes to curtains that part, revealing the 8 photos with names, under the heading, Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee members.
We have our bingo players today are members of the Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee. They're all going to bring a unique perspective to this bingo game, and they always do to the committee. The members that are playing are Carol Devanovich, she's a reverse mortgage lender. Sherry Eccles, who's a renovation lender. Angie Liu represents the Asian community. Bill Sevilla leads the Housing Counseling Agency. And Richard Verillo works on housing counseling initiatives. And I know that they will play a good game.
Others not mentioned, Lawrence Batiste, Daniel Garcia, and Paul Yorkis.
And now let me turn it over to Yvette to go over the rules.
Text, How to Play Trivia Bingo, Yvette Richardson, Housing Program Specialist, OHC.
Hello everyone, I'm Yvette Richardson, a Housing Program Specialist with the Office of Outreach and Capacity Building and the Office of Housing Counseling. I'm going to go over the rules and get the game started.
Rules of Trivia Bingo. Rules are spoken.
Okay, let's go over how to play. So our bingo caller, David Berenbaum, will call out the trivia question. You'll see it across your screen. It'll either be about the Office of Housing Counseling or the Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee. You, as the contestants, will raise your hand in Zoom, and then David will call on you to answer.
The first to raise hand will be called on to share the answer.
As each question is answered, you'll check off the corresponding box on your virtual card. The first person with the completed row, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, will call out bingo. So make sure to unmute yourself so we can hear you. Next slide.
Play along with us. Up to 500 audience members can access a virtual bingo card using the link in the chat and open another window to play along. Each card is different. Here's an example. An arrow points to a sample card on the right headed HCFA.C. Bingo. Text continues, as the correct answers are revealed, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off. Type bingo and your bingo card ID number in the chat. Be rewarded with pride in your knowledge of the OHC. A smiley face emoji with sunglasses. Text, https://mfbc.us/v/d8q2z4h.
Okay, so we want everyone in the audience to play along. You can access the virtual bingo card with the link in the chat. You'll need to open another window. When the correct answer is revealed, you can select the corresponding answer to check off your virtual card. Once you have bingo, you need to quickly post in the chat the word bingo and your bingo card ID number. Then you'll have bragging rights on your knowledge of Office of Housing Counseling and the Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee. Now I'll pass it over to you, David.
Let the game begin. David Berenbaum, Deputy Assistant Secretary, OHC.
Thank you and welcome contestants, both in our virtual room and across the country. It's time to play the world's coolest game, Housing Counseling Bingo. Bingo, bingo! Is everyone across the country ready to play? Hey, remember what happens at bingo stays at bingo. Welcome to the members of the Housing Counseling Bingo Squad, the Bingo HBCO grads, the HECM Certified Bingo Team, the Groovy Bingo Program Coordinators, and to all our colleagues playing on your virtual boards. Okay, everyone ready? Eyes down, everyone. It's time to holler and play bingo. Let's start the game.
Question number 1. Question is read.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Our first question. How many Federal Advisory Committee members are there per statute?
Answer.
Well, I see a quick hand up. Mr. Garcia, Daniel Garcia, please join the game.
12.
And the answer is?
The number in text below is read.
12, correct. All right. If you're playing along, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off. Well done, Daniel. All right, let's go on to question number 2. I hope everyone playing across the country got that right. Question 2, what act mandates an advisory committee to provide advice to the Office of Housing Counseling? And I see Carol Andrjanovich with her hand up. Carol.
Would that be Dodd-Frank?
And the answer is? Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. Well done. I hope everyone at home is doing well, everyone in offices, everyone virtually, wherever you may be. HUD headquarters playing along.
If you're playing along, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off.
I know you all got that one right. Let's move on to our third question. Fun way to close off the day today, isn't it, everyone? When was the last in-person committee meeting? Now, I'm going to take a moment here, because I know our audience across the country, they should know this one. And I'm going to use the caller's discretion, because I know Daniel put his hand up first, but Sherry Eccles, this one's for you.
September 11th.
And the answer is September 11th. It was a great meeting.
September 11th, 2024. If you're playing along, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off.
Really important meeting. We had an appropriate commemoration for the September 11th events. We had a great conversation, of course, about the proposed and new settlement with regard to real estate broker fees and commissions. And of course, we had a focus on important issues serving, for example, military families, members of the armed forces, and also veterans. All right, question number 4.
And the winners are.
Oh, there's no question number 4 that quick? Can we do an extra question?
We're going to pause and see if we have any winners yet in our
Any
audience.
winners out there?
Haven't had anybody call in yet with their bingo.
All right, I think we're going to need another question.
I think so.
Question number 4. What was the topic of the last committee meeting?
Question number 4. Oh, I gave this one away, but first hand up goes to Angie Lou. What was the topic of the last committee meeting? Go ahead, Angie.
Housing solutions for military personnel and their families.
Well done. That's absolutely correct.
Housing solutions for military families and how housing counselors can help. If you're playing along, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off.
Absolutely. Great meeting. Do we have a winner?
Folks, feel free to chime in the Q&A box through Zoom if you have a winner. Do any of our contestants have bingo yet? Not yet. We've got one more question queued up.
All right. Well, from my perspective, everyone who's playing is a winner here. So it's all good. All in fun. All right. Question number 5. This one's a tough one. In what year was the first meeting of the Housing Council Federal Advisory Committee? Let's give our audience a moment. Daniel Garcia.
2016.
And the answer is? Well done, sir. Do we have any winners?
2016. If you're playing along, find the box on your bingo card with the correct answer and click on it to check it off.
Any winners?
Daniel's your hand stand up. Did you fill the boxes? Wow. Okay.
It looks like we should have a winner. Just
Okay.
waiting for you to type into the chat.
Lindsay, can you call it out?
We've got a bingo.
And who is it?
I'm waiting for the name. Our mysterious anonymous audience member who has played
Whoever you are,
along.
well done.
Take your bragging rights, please. We'd love to celebrate you. All you have to do is post in the Q&A box.
Someone's shy, huh?
I guess so. First
All
time
right.
on the national stage playing bingo.
Up, Cynthia Webb, congratulations. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And the winners are.
All right. So listen, I want to express my appreciation to all of the members of our Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee for having some fun with us in front of all of our colleagues and stakeholders. I want to thank everyone who joined us today for the first day of our 2024 virtual conference. The next 2 days, we have some really great discussions coming up. I look forward to you joining us as well. And let me turn it back to the ICF team to close us out. Again, well done. Well done, Cynthia.
Upcoming sessions. Session time, 11 a.m. EDT, 9:18. Session name, Day 2 begins.
Thank you, Cynthia. We will be celebrating you all over CVent. And thanks for everyone else for playing along. And again, for all of our Housing Counseling Federal Advisory Committee members for sharing what you all have been working on. So we're happy to wrap up today. We hope you found it informative and enjoyable as we did. Tomorrow, our sessions begin at 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At Day 2 with our first coffee conversation in the morning. So in the meantime, you can feel free to check out CVent for information on all the sessions that were held today, the community boards where you can participate in ongoing conversations and check out our partner pages and interact with other attendees. We will also share after the conference the answers to the bingo questions. So folks who may want to try their shot at some future bingo have a leg up on the competition. So thank you all for attending. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you tomorrow at 11. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for attending. Visit the 2024 conference webpage, linked. Find us on the HUD Exchange Housing Counseling page, linked. Email us at housing.counseling@hud.gov, linked. Subscribe to Housing Counseling Today blog, linked. Text below. This material is based upon work supported, in whole or in part, by Federal Award Number C22TA00111 awarded to ICF from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The substance and findings of the work are dedicated to the public. Neither the United States government, nor any of its employees, makes any warranty, express or implied, or assumes any legal liability or responsibility for the accuracy, completeness, or usefulness of any information, apparatus, product, or process disclosed or represents that its use would not infringe privately owned rights. Reference herein to any individuals, agencies, companies, products, process, services, service by trade name, trademark, manufacturer, or otherwise does not constitute or imply an endorsement, recommendation, or favoring by the authors, contributors, the U.S. government or any agency thereof. Opinions contained herein are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official position of, or a position that is endorsed by, HUD or any federal agency. Logo, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. People appear in a video chat and wave. The interpreter appears in the chat. People sign off. The final black screen has the text, Session Host.